Maverick Nation, I'm Kenna Lee.
And I'm Mercer Peaks. Welcome back to MavTV.
It's already been a busy spring, and we have some great upcoming events you won't want to miss.
One of our favorite events is the Upper School Musical. This year's musical is Disney's Newsies. The performances will be March 3rd through March 5th, and tickets will go on sale February 23rd. You can find the ticketing link on the SJS webpage under the Arts tab.
The biggest news on campus this week is how well the Mavericks did at this year's Winter SPC.
That's right. But before we hear the results for our MavTV sports teams, let's check in with Austin about a common problem for most upper school students.
You guessed it, parking.
Thank you, Studio. Today we're standing in Taub Lot and we're going to be exploring all of the issues about parking at St. John's. We interviewed Dean Duncan about parking complaints. So would you say the main issue with parking is where students are parking or how they're parking?
Yeah, both. Yeah, I mean, where's probably most frequently the answer to that question, because it's like a ripple effect. There are 174 seniors. There are 90 spots in senior lot, so those spots fill up fast, right? And so then, if you don't get a spot in senior lot and you're a senior, you can park in Taub, right? The Taub surface lot closest to the baseball field. And so seniors, if you're the 91st senior and you don't get your senior lot spot, you go to park in Taub, and then you go and park in Taub and you see that some junior decided it would be a good idea to park there that morning, and now there are no spots in Taub. And so now you're a senior and you have to go park in the St. Luke's garage, which, to a senior feels, demeaning.
Juniors who park in Taub don't even belong at this school. I cannot believe how late they make me to class every single day.
One of the worst things you can do in terms of parking is, and you don't see it often, but if a student decides to park out in the circle, especially anytime, but especially around pickup time, like carpool in the afternoon, then the ambassadors will get mad, the security gets mad, and then people park in St. John the Divine, to try to get to school fast if they're running super late.
While going to the church parking lot to investigate people who park there, we found one. They declined to comment. We interviewed the owner of SJS Bad Parking to get their perspective.
How much of a following does this Instagram account have?
Right now we have over 300 followers. There are a lot of parents and administration, like Dean Fryman.
Have you noticed juniors infiltrating the seniors area in Taub?
I have noticed juniors. I've noticed it's mostly the soccer boys, a lot of the soccer boys, some of the cheer girls too, they park there.
Is there anything you would like to say to the bad parkers of St. John's?
Yes, to get better.
Today we learned about all the issues about parking at St. John's. I want to thank all the people we interviewed and Dean Duncan. Back to you in the studio.
Whoa! Thanks, Austin.
Now let's hear from our sports team about the success of the Mavericks at SPC last weekend.
St. John's Mavericks once again made an impact at the Winter SPC Championships, returning from Fort Worth and Arlington with 2 titles and 2 runners-up finishes, plus many memories to last a lifetime.
On Friday, boys swimming and diving won their second SPC title, scoring 109 points, while besting runner-up Kincaid by over 30 points. The Mavericks were led by Todd Ashiff and Alex Meow. The Mavericks only won 2 events, but placed high enough in the rest of the races to win the team score even without any divers in the meet. Team depth equals team championship.
The girls' team, led by Ella Flowers, finished with 77 points for second place, just 1 point ahead of St. Andrews. It all came down to the last relay. The Mavs were in 4th place and needed to finish in the top 2 spots. They got second, which landed them the runner-up trophy.
Boys basketball won their first game against St. Stephen's, but lost to EHS in the semis, and eventually took 3rd place with a win over St. Mark's.
Girls basketball went 2-1 on the weekend and finished with a win over Trinity Valley for 9th place.
Boys soccer also took 9th place. They lost their first game but posted wins over Trinity Valley and St. Andrews.
Girls soccer was in the title game for the 4th consecutive Winter SBC. The Mavericks easily won their semifinal game against ESD 4-1. They faced Hockaday for the 2nd consecutive SBC. After being tied 1-1 at the half, Hockaday got the lone goal of the second half for the win as SJS finished runners-up.
Wrestling won their 8th SBC title with a score of 245.5 and more than 50 points ahead of runner-up EHS. St. John's had 12 wrestlers in the finals, all wearing the traditional white singlets. The Mavericks men won 5 of those matches by pins. They also were in 2 consolation finals. After the trophy presentation, the team celebrated by singing the alma mater, Hail St. John's, Hail St. John's.
While the competition was intense, the camaraderie amongst teammates and teams was just as strong. Here's what some of our Mavericks had to say about the SBC experience.
Winter SBC especially, it's a ton of fun because, especially for wrestlers, we just wrestle on Saturday. So we get up here early on Friday, we'll get a roll around, go home, shower up, and then get around and watch a couple of games. That's what's really fun, is you get to go cheer on your friends, be here for your friends, and then they'll be here tomorrow for us. So just the community getting together, the whole school coming up here to win some games, win the tournaments. It's a ton of fun.
It's a great time. We get to come out here, we get to compete. Unfortunately, our games did not go the way we want to, but now we're still here, we're still competing for different positions, and we get to watch all of our fellow Mavericks out here.
It feels so good to have support like on this side, and just like the school spirit has been amazing. It definitely encourages us.
Yeah, and everyone's been like talking to each other, and all the teams have been like communicating, like cheering each other on, and like going to each other's games, which is just amazing.
Yeah, everything they said, and I think the support, it just really helps boost the morale for everybody.
100%.
Let's go, St. John! Let's go!
And that's a wrap on the Winter SBC season. We wish everyone the best this spring season. And here's another shout out to the wrestling team who is not done yet.
The team will be seeking a 16th title at the Texas Prep State Championships, held at St. Thomas High School in Houston this Saturday.
Go Mavericks!
Now, from SBC to the most popular sport on campus, Sebastian looks into ping pong in the upper school.
Hi, my name is Sebastian Williams Adams, and I'm from MavTV. Today we will be exploring the craze on SJS ping pong. I will be interviewing Charlie Leach, a prefect to help get ping pong on the road, Dean Duncan, the main financial contributor, and many more students who love to play ping pong. So, could you introduce yourself, Charlie, and tell us what you do here at St. John's?
Yeah, so I'm Charlie Leach, I'm a prefect, and I also like to say that I kind of run the whole ping pong movement.
So, as there is a rise in ping pong players in the SJS community, how would you say that came to be?
Yeah, so Dean Duncan selected, just kind of foresaw that movement and got a few ping pong tables. Then we just had freshmen, lining up to play. So SAC kind of collaborated with Ping Pong Club and got a few more tables running, and kind of took off from there.
As we saw with Spikeball, there's also a decline in players. So how did you manage to keep up the surge of ping pong players?
Yeah, so we ran a SAC ping pong tournament. Like I said, in collaboration with Ping Pong Club, ran by Noah Saleh and Ryan Guthrie. And just people compete for their houses and just try to play a little ping pong. It's really kept it going.
Yep.
So
that's pretty cool. Would you consider yourself a good ping pong player?
I would, yeah. Lon Grossman and I play a lot after school. Some would say too long, but it's all right. I would definitely consider myself a ping pong player. Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
And now we're going to interview Dean Duncan to find out more about the purchase of ping pong tables. Today I'm here with...
I'm Dean Duncan, Upper School Dean of Students.
Okay, cool. So what was your main role in getting the ping pong tables to SJS?
Yeah, for sure. So every year we're looking for areas for students just to play, just to get outside, have some fun, kind of de-stress. And that's included ordering cornhole tables, ordering ping pong tables, really just looking for a chance for students to have fun on campus.
Yes.
And so a few years ago, we ordered some ping pong tables. This is really the first year ping pong has really taken off the way it has. And so we saw this, and there's even a ping pong club that requested a table. And so we ordered actually additional tables this year.
Yes. That kind of leads me to my next question. What's your opinion on the surge of popularity of the ping pong?
I think it's awesome. One of the things we really like about sort of ping pong craze right now, and the trend is how many people can play at the same time. And so instead of just having 2 people playing, we see 15, 20 people out there socializing, having a good time, and they can get outside, which is always important.
Yes, that is. Do you yourself play ping pong?
I do. I grew up with a ping pong table. My brother and I are both tennis players, and so he and I would play ping pong in our family basement growing up. And so it's been a while since I've played, but yeah, it's a really fun sport.
All right, thank you for your time.
Absolutely, keep it going.
Today I'm here with
Flint Leverett.
He's an avid SJS ping pong player. So Flint, what's your favorite game to play?
I like King of the Court.
So most of the freshmen here, after school, we play King of the Court, and that's basically where the person who's king, they have to be beaten twice for someone else to become the new king, and the challenger takes their spot. And there's just a line of challengers, and you go through the motions, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah. So do both the king and the challenger get 2 lives, or is it only the king?
The king gets 2 lives, the challenger gets 1 life. So yeah, I can explain that. So yeah.
All right, thank you for your time. I hope this investigation informs you on how ping pong is important in SJS culture.
Thanks, Sebastian.
Have you ever wondered what goes into creating those imagination books around campus? Well, here's our own Kenna Lee with the story.
You may have seen one of these around campus, but have you ever wondered what these really are? These magazines are called Imagination and have been a part of campus culture since 1955. Even though they have been around for so long, there are still some unanswered questions regarding imagination. This year, Imagination began including seasonal mini competitions along with their magazine, where participants can submit creative works following a given prompt. Today, we will be taking a closer look into what Imagination really is, focusing on the origins of these mini competitions.
So what is Imagination? So Imagination is the St. John's literary magazine. We've been around since 1955. It's completely student run. So we are the 2 editors-in-chief, and there's also an Imagination editorial board and staff readers which read through every piece. We publish biannually, and we also have a website this year, so our issues are also being uploaded there.
How did the mini competitions begin?
The mini competitions began this year because Imagination traditionally publishes biannually, and between each publication of each issue, there's a lot of work that we do that the general student body doesn't see. So we wanted a way to increase Imagination's presence in the school and to give students more opportunities to be involved, like with our art stuff and also with writing.
What are your thoughts on the mini competitions, and do you enjoy judging them?
I think the mini competitions are a great way for a lot of students who might not have the time or like the courage to submit something to be published in the main Imagination magazine, to just do a quick little thing and get house points. Like, it's a very good way to get more of the community interested in Imagination and sharing their work with Imagination. And I do really like judging them because I get to see all of them before anyone else. And I also get to see all of the submissions, not that just the ones that won. And it's a lot of the times really hard to pick because a lot of them are really, really good. So it's always a treat to read all of like the little haikus and things.
Do you enjoy looking at the mini competition results, and would you consider participating in them? And if so, why?
I do enjoy looking at the mini competition results. I think they're really cool, and I think what people submit is really fun to look at. And I would consider joining because I think the content they do is really cool, and I think the prompts are really cool.
So as you can see, the Imagination mini competitions were made to increase student involvement in the magazine and continue to be a great opportunity for all students to showcase their creativity. They are a fantastic addition to campus culture and the magazine as a whole. I'm Kenna Lee, signing off. Back to you in the studio.
Well, Mavericks, it looks like we are having another busy spring, and you can catch it all right here.
Please remember to subscribe to us on YouTube so you'll get updates when our new videos are released.
We're always looking for great news stories. If you have any ideas for stories you would like to see on MavTV, you can email us at news@sjs.org.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon for another edition of MavTV.
Go Mavericks!